No doubt you've heard the phrase, out of sight, out of mind. That someone who's not around, who you haven't seen in a long time, doesn't have much impact or relevance in your day-to-day life. The Bible tells us that after Jesus' resurrection, he ascended into heaven, disappearing from view, out of sight. But we're also told that because of where he now resides, we can be assured that he's very relevant in our daily lives. So where is Jesus now? He's seated at the right hand of God the Father. But what difference does that make to us in our day-to-day lives? Well, first, it reminds us that Jesus rules over all creation. Psalm 110 paints this beautiful picture where all of God's enemies are a footstool of Jesus as he sits at the Father's right hand. Can you see the comfort of that in your daily life? When you're struggling with discouragement or disappointment or even bitterness about the way your life is going? Or when you're discouraged and angry at all the injustice and evil in the world, and like David in Psalm 37, you're tempted to say, why do the wicked seem to flourish? In those moments, consider where Jesus is now. He's at the right hand of God the Father. See him there. Enemies his footstool. The one who conquered death is now ruling the world. And we're told in Ephesians 1 that Jesus was given all authority and will one day return and make the crooked places straight. So let where Jesus is now give you hope and courage to trust and follow him, the one whose enemies are already his footstool. But there's even more. Not only is Jesus the king who rules, but he is the priest who intercedes. Hebrews 10 tells us that Jesus is the great high priest who on the cross offered himself as the ultimate sacrifice for sin. And he is now interceding and praying for us at the Father's right hand. He is our advocate in every sense of that word. So to see Jesus at God's right hand as our high priest is to remember that there is no condemnation for our sin, that Jesus sacrificed himself so that we could be united with him. We have the full rights, therefore, as God's children. So yes, Jesus is out of sight. We can't physically see him, but he is active in our day-to-day lives and in this world, at the right hand of God the Father, ruling as our king, interceding as our priest, and waiting to return when he will wipe away every tear, beat swords into plowshares, and flood the world with his glory and grace.